going to talk about middle infielders because this is definitely where I was most comfortable. So middle infielders, your 60 time, we do need to be higher than most. This is an athletic position. You're in the center of the field, and ideally center of the field athletes are athletes. As far as arm velo, this is where you don't need as much of an arm velocity to really separate yourself because it's not the most needed skill set. As far as exit velocity, we'll always need that at the highest level, so make sure that you're focusing on that. But ultimately, the 60 time showcases that athleticism. Your arm velocity, for my 7 years of pro baseball, guys, I never threw a ball like over 80% of my maximum effort, so you shouldn't have to either. As long as you have good footwork, you have quick hands, those are going to be the things that matter a lot more than your arm velocity. As far as exit velocity, of course, that's something that you just need to make sure you're in that category. Now, as far as like center field, it's going to be very, very similar. Where 60 time, we want it to be extremely good. Arm velo, ideally we want it to be there. Exit velocity, not necessarily the most important thing, right? Because as a center fielder, we need to be able to cover ground, which equates to having a good 60 time. As far as playing an outfield position, that's where your arm needs to be somewhat solid. As far as your exit velocity, if you're able to put the ball on the ground and just beat out singles, that's something that's going to be able to provide value to the team. Now, let's talk about corner infields. Right, corner infield's first base and third base. And really what I'm gonna do here is actually just do anybody that plays on a corner, right? And that's infield or outfield, right? So corner infielders and corner outfielders provide basically the same thing. Exit velocity and power, right? And that's the big leading charge. As far as their 60 time, it's not needed. As far as arm velocity, yes, if you're playing right field, we want to have a little bit stronger arm. If you're playing first base, it doesn't really matter, right? So the big area for corner infielders, as we're separating ourselves from the middle of the field, for those that don't know, if you're playing in the middle of the field, you want to be an athlete. Once you start to deviate from the middle of the field, that's when you're going to become a little bit more focused on that power number and that hitting side of things. Now, real quick, we'll just cover catching because exit velocity doesn't really matter. 60 time doesn't really matter. Arm velocity, like, yes, it does matter. Your pop time will matter. And really how you call a game, your presence behind the plate, those are things that are going to matter the most as a catcher. Hopefully I covered every